Okay guys, so I told you a couple days ago I would tell you what was going on with that jar full of sticks. I've already taken most of them out of here. But these aren't just any sticks, these are elderberry cuttings, and we were able to get these on some public right-of-way land just a few miles from here. It's where we wild foraged last year for our elderberry, and we are going to try to propagate these. So all we do is we take the cuttings, and they need four buds. So there's two there, two there. I was able to get 24 off the cuttings that I took, which was way more than I thought, so I just picked my best 20 and we went from there. So what we did was I cut a length with 4 buds and then angled that end, let it sit in water for a couple days to kind of soak up that water, and now we're going to go ahead and plant them. So I watched a video saying that you could put up to 6 cuttings into a 6-inch pot. These are a little bit smaller, so I'm going to do 4. These are all ready, and what it said to do was just to take your pinky and make a hole about to your first knuckle. That is where we're going to put each of our cuttings. So now what you do is you take this rooting powder and you take one of your cuttings. See, it's already damp from being in that jar of water for a few hours. You dip it in, tap off the excess, and you put it into that hole. And that way, you're not brushing off all of that rooting powder by just shoving it into the dirt. So we're gonna go and do all of these. These 4 look a little dead at the top, so I'm actually not going to plant those. They are just too dry and brittle, and I don't think they're probably going to go, and 20 should be plenty. So now all I'm going to do is go back and tap in around each cutting, and these will be ready to go. So that's it, pretty easy. All of the things that I have read said to take your cuttings while the plant is still dormant, sometime between January and March. It is the beginning of March here, but our plants were still dormant, nothing was budding out yet, so we were still good to go. Now all we have to do is let these sit in a cold, dark place for 6 to 8 weeks, and then we'll be able to plant those outside, which would put us about mid-May, which is a pretty good time to be doing outdoor planting here in Zone 5. That cold, dark place, I think for us, is going to be our unfinished basement. I will be sure to let you guys know how things are going, if we see any growth, and just kind of what percentage of success we have here. Might be 100, might be nothing. I don't really know. I've never used this rooting powder before, but I've heard great things, and this all sounds pretty straightforward and pretty easy. So we'll see what happens. If we do get these to grow, we will not harvest any berries off this year. In fact, we would pinch off all of the flowers. So they put all of their growing power into just getting really established. And then next year we can probably start to get some berries from those, and we won't have to wild forage for our elderberry anymore. Just fun, but it's also nice to have them right on your own property and you know exactly how they've been taken care of. So that's all I've got for you today. Keep on living the simple life.